You're welcome to Joy News Interactive. You're still on the Joy News channel, and I'm Ben Asabubedo, handing over to the ever-capable Miss G. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. I hear that you've been under the weather but it's great to have you back.
Yes, it's good to see you.
I see you beaming over your team on the
yeah,
sports,
you know, Real Madrid.
Good for
you.
That's
what I'm invited.
United can't say same, but good for you.
Good for you. You're a United fan.
Yes.
Please,
on that United note, forever.
Sorry, but on that note, please take over.
Thank you very much. And we are live on the Joy News channel. You can follow us on Ghana Post address GPS 09925339. And we're live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144. You can follow us on Facebook as Joy News on TV. Now, today on the menu, the ICT in rural education is not funny anymore. Just look at this. Now, very sad, but we'll tell you more about that in a bit. But also, we'll tell you how horrible our roads are. So we're asking you to tell us also how horrible your roads are. Finally, we'll discuss Ebony. You know that yesterday, that's on Sunday, at the St. Martin de Porres, we had a 10-day celebration. They say it's a one-week celebration, and it was full of people who loved Ebony. We'll tell you more about that later. My name is Miss G. Thanks for joining us. Now, a teacher with a Facebook profile, Orura Kojo Hostas, has been sharing how he teaches ICT. I'm going to paint the picture with words. Just look at this and appreciate the situation. So let's see the picture now. That's how he teaches ICT. He tries to draw some of the icons on the blackboard. He tries to explain to his students that the icons he puts on the blackboard, hoping that they get to appreciate and understand what ICT is all about. So we posted this, and I'm sure you've posted some comments on Facebook. Let's look at what you have been saying. And Mensa Siso said, how much does it cost the country to get a website for the ministry? How much does it cost to rename Tamale Sports Stadium? How much does it cost to celebrate Ghana at 60? How much is it going to cost in renaming the Flagstaff House to the Jubilee House? That's an African mentality, greedy individuals, he says. And Maunyo says, well done, T. But sorry to say, it's a shame to live in the 21st century and a school can afford one computer or a laptop for its staff and students. Team, next time use your laptop or bring your desktop to school to teach them, and as usual, your reward is waiting for you in heaven. And that has generated about 7 replies. And Didon says, what if there is no light in the school? And how can the lesson go on? He's asking. And Joseph says, I do that all the time, and I bring along my laptop. I think this is somebody reacting to it. And to Didon says, I bring along my laptop to teach the students. I even tell those who have it to bring it on Saturday. So we treat a practical topic. And he's saying that's good. I face similar problems in school. And Don is going on about how he tries to handle the situation in his school. And Dr. Awal says, well done. However, it would have been great if he had used a cardboard to draw the interface, that would allow the student to refer to it even without the teacher's presence. It would also make it possible for future use, but he's done very well. And Amankwa says, this is what happens when you live in a country where ministers and MP ride in big cars that can provide computers, rehabilitate roads, and construct buildings for children to learn. But all these have been turned into cars for people to ride in. And Ajay Shadrach says, it's only in Ghana that this thing will happen. Everything is theory, chew, pour, and forget. No wonder that we have University for Technology, but still can't manufacture any gadget or machine. So on Mondays, we give you an opportunity to vent. Today, we will be venting about terrible roads. Tell us the nature of roads in your community. Let's see what you've been saying about the roads you find in your community. Shortly, we would have your messages on Facebook, and I'm sure that this is coming on the heels of the various accidents that we have heard about. We know that dancehall artist Ebony, who we all morning, died through road accident. Even after her accident, a few hours later, there was an accident at the same spot. So our roads are terrible. Yes, the road from my home to the office is quite terrible, and I know that a lot of people won't be happy with this. But let's see how you are putting it out there on our Facebook page. And we must acknowledge that governments cannot fix all the roads in Ghana at once. Sometimes the road users are more responsible for the road accidents than the nature of the road. And I wonder why people think double roads is the only solution to avoid road accidents in Ghana. If you want to find the reason why we always lose our dear ones due to road accident, try driving at night and see how some drivers use their highlights abnormally. Most of the road accidents occur at night, and that's because there are no street lights as well, so you want to see. And then Papa says the road from Bogosu to Prisia Township is just more than terrible, with dust. The lesser, the better. And what an excellent road we have, or what excellent roads we have in Ghana. And that's from MFI. I know you're being sarcastic, and evidence says we have to start holding our leaders accountable for their promises and not politicizing it. And Kofi says our leaders are just wicked. They care less about us. Ajay Shadrach says, in my community, it's even terrible than this. And Tilly says, very serious from Mansu Nim Junction to Mansu Datano. Oh my God. And Eastern Corridor roads, very, very bad. Market women, more especially, are suffering. That's from Isaac and Yomi. And I'm trying to, a new one, Kwanta to Awasi Road, not north. That says that road is in very, very terrible. And there's some more messages. Those are some messages coming from you to us or about roads in your community. Well, if you call it a celebration, it will be a perfect description of what happened at St. Martin's de Porres School yesterday when friends, family and fans gathered. We'll tell you more about this when we return from the break. Welcome back to Joy News Interactive. Like I said earlier, if you call it a celebration of life, it'll be a perfect description of what happened at St. Martin de Porres School yesterday when friends, family, and stars and fans gathered to remember the late dancehall artist Ebony Rains. So, where would she be buried on the 17th of March? Well, we don't know yet. The family is yet to communicate that to us. But people have suggested that, she has a state barrier. We're asking what you think. Christopher Kiss says, I think Volta because I want everyone to see how our roads are bad, and while look, if you don't have, okay, Baba Yara Sports Stadium, because a lot of people will be coming. I think that's what you want to say, and no idea, but it should be a respectful place, a place of nativity will be an ideal place. And R.I.P. Ebony, I think she should be buried at her hometown, DA. And the burial ceremony will take place at Bechem in the Bno Ahafo region. Is coming from Seth, and fare thee well, my Princess Ruben, Daddy says. And to check the poor nature of our roads, that's from Fefe Francis. And Shaban says, Independence Square. Elwak says, I'm strong as he do. Accra Sports Stadium, Vera Udi. And Kutia Walanyo says, her hometown precisely. Papa says, at her hometown. And Josiah says, Nima Flagstaff House. Accra is what Bellu is saying. So a lot of you reacting to where you think that Ebony should be buried. It was also a star-studded event with actors, singers, politicians, members of the clergy in attendance. One person who has got a lot of people talking is dancehall artist Shatta Wale. What did he say? Well, he says that the media has not been supportive. He says, shame to all pressmen who were gathered who never supported Ebony. Well, if you missed it, let's see it once more.
Shatta Wale is crying. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, quiet. Quiet. After Muntie. I want to ask you one question. Ghana, I want to ask you one question. When you go support Ghana musician? When you go support Ghana musician, Ghana? When you go support we? As Ebony they alive, the media men they here, the radio presenters today here. You insult us for radio, I rather you are there. God can punish you one by one. Somebody's daughter, if you dress, you say you show him breast, you say no the respect. But today you poor there. God, if you tell here, why they watch the enemies, God, I won't make you strike. Make the sister in their life.
So that's dancehall artist Shatta Wale ranting about how the media does not support or did not support. I don't even know what that is, did not, but I guess, well, Nigerians have been supporting Shatta Wale all this while. But let's see what you have been saying on social media. And Joseph Dankwa says, critics are seen as enemies. Not everyone will like your style or your brand. They are not enemies. They rather ginger you for excellence. There's depth of sense in what he's saying. Why can't we grow up? And Patrick Michael says, the same media helped you. So when you start the fool, the same media corrects you. It sometimes pains me that this boy can't speak sense. In kitten po or kitty po. And let's see, that has generated 16 replies. Would we want to look at that, or we go on to see what other comments are there? But Patrick Michael's comments has generated some replies. Let's see what people are saying. I'm sure the Shatta Wale fans are there to bash. And Jibril says, mention one media house that helped Shatta Wale. I stand to be corrected. And hashtag ignorance is the reply he's being given. And tell me the media house he owns that also plays the song when he started. That's from Patrick Michaels. And Patrick Michaels calls out Emmanuel Nketia, says, go watch when Sark was talking, you could feel some maturity in his talk. And Benjamin Asari says, no one made Shatta Wale who he is today, only God and his fans. And Emmanuel Kensia says, you're being blinded by hate. If not, you would see most of these media houses are hypocrites. They only celebrate the dead, not the living. Shaking my head. And Patrick says, Benjamin Asari, you made me believe. Okay, so there's so much insult going on. Can we just make our points without insulting each other? Yes, definitely we'll disagree, but let's disagree to agree and agree to disagree. That's fine. And if you had not inherited, okay, so let's move away from this post. There's a lot of insult here. If we can see what else people are saying. And tell Shatta Wale to go around every corner in Ghana and pay all the FM station to play his song, Master, Stop Kidding. That's from Patrick Michael. And release a track and don't go and pay and see if any media house will play. No media house supported our SM. Oh, haters. And I wonder why we keep playing Shatta Wale songs if it's not to promote him. Like I said initially, I'm thinking maybe the British, the Nigerians, people from elsewhere keep playing Shatta Wale songs. Shatta Wale is Shatta Wale because the Ghanaian media has also played a role. Well, we don't hate him. I don't think we do. But that's coming from Shatta Wale. Who can fault him? I cannot fault him, but that will be it for Joy News Interactive. Thanks for making a date with us, but I'll leave you with a video of the day. I hope you have a fruitful Monday morning.
Mama Maria, Nayagala nkore mpisembi Mama Maria zewagana, Nayagala nkore ndispuri ni chivuvuka.